A very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome once again to the People's Forum of In the Streets with Big Stone. Now, as it is reported in the Jamaica Observer that there was a shooting at the Maroon Festival, the commemorative treaty signing, which is practiced every year for the last 284 years. Now, as you know by now, one person was shot and killed, and 6 were injured. Now, here's an official release from Richard Curry, the chief of the compound. This was taken from his official Instagram site, and this is what the chief had to say, and I quote, "It was signed January 7th, 2022. Maroons today are quite disheartened, shocked, and left with few words to describe the events which took place at our sacred annual event. Somewhere close to 9 p.m. last night, on my way home, I heard gunshots being fired after the traditional daytime ceremonies were completed. I had just been in the same location of the shooting only minutes before, while passing by an evening event to make a public reminder that persons not living in the community may have a curfew restriction according to Jamaica's current law. I also expressed that they should have a safe night and practice COVID protocols. Upon preliminary investigation, it was brought to my attention that a plainclothes member of the Jamaica Constabulary Force was involved in an altercation with a member of the community in which he discharged his government-issued pistol. What we found out was that 6 individuals were injured from shots coming from the JCF officer's service pistol. One person has since succumbed to injuries received, while others are currently being attended to at the hospital. Reports are still sketchy at this time, as details of the incident are still not fully clear. Important note, we had several protocols in place. We had trained security, armed and unarmed, armored trucks to safeguard personal firearms entering the community. Also important to note that we made multiple attempts to get support from the Jamaica Constabulary Force, which is customary at this annual event. We had been in dialogue with the Minister of Culture, Gender and Entertainment for Jamaica up to the night of the 6th, to which we expected to have alignment on the way forward. We had put in place significant amount of protocols to facilitate our ceremony. We were in dialogue with the ministry and was therefore surprised by the pronouncement made by the Jamaica Constabulary Force regarding the January 6th celebration. It is rather unfortunate how events continue to be played out over the media with the lack of facts during an ongoing investigation now involving a deceased Maroon in our territory. But I ask everyone to bear with the process of the investigation being conducted by various entities. My condolences goes out to all family members of those injured and to those of the deceased. Our compound is a safe community, and we continue to echo and reinforce this sentiment and divine mission to keep the peace." End of quote. I read also, ladies and gentlemen, in the Jamaica Gleaner that the cops were in the dark that Maroon Festival was actually approved by the ministry. The Jamaica police appear to have been kept in the dark about government approval of the Maroon Peace Treaty anniversary celebration on Thursday, and backed off enforcement of coronavirus safety laws after issuing a terse warning that the event was not endorsed by the health ministry. The fiasco may offer a source of embarrassment for the police force, whose authority in the sprawling cockpit country lands has been questioned by a compound chief, Richard Curry, and a simmering war of words about Maroon sovereignty in the Western Jamaica enclave. Culture Minister Babsy Grange told the Gleaner that their compound celebration had been approved by the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, contradicting a release by the police on Wednesday that the event would be in breach of the disaster risk management and should be cancelled. In a statement issued Thursday in response to Gleaner queries, Grange disclosed that words of the approval appeared not to have been communicated to the police, who were deployed on the outskirts of the community as patrons flocked the location. The minister said she had made intercession on behalf of the Maroons prior to the festival, adding that the annual celebration had cultural significance. As Minister of Culture, I wrote to ODPEM and received approval for the ceremonial activities. Today, Thursday, I was in consultation with the Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Horace Chang, and it would appear that the police were not aware of the approval from the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management. This is an annual ritual, which is among the diverse cultural forms in Jamaica, and it is not categorized as an entertainment event, but recognized as an annual traditional religious and commemorative activity. Because of that, my ministry has worked with the Maroons over the years to give full support, Grange's statement said. The statement, however, appears to be out of step with Cabinet Office directive urging all government ministries, departments and agencies not to engage with or fund any cession of Maroon asserting sovereignty from the Jamaican state. There should be no engagement by the government of Jamaica, officials or entities, with an entity or organization that claims to be a separate government within any part of Jamaica, the cabinet document said. Further queries on the cultural minister's apparent departure from official policy of the Onus administration were not answered up to press time. First, I just want to applaud the Honorable Minister Babsy Grange. She's one of my all-time favorite cultural minister, and I think she worked within her rights as a Minister of Culture to enforce whatever she sees fit. She sees fit that this gathering is not one of entertainment, but this gathering is one of cultural, spiritual significance and could never be stopped. So Honorable Minister Babsy Grange, I love you more. Thank you for being so upfront as a minister. Thank you for being there in the time of dire need. The only thing is that they need proper communicational guidelines so that situation like this will not happen in the future. Now, we personally offer our condolences to all of the people involved, all of the people that were injured. We're so sorry that it had to amount to this. Also, this is not a confrontation between the Maroons and the police. This was actually something else that happened within the space. As we move forward, let's move forward as a country. Let's move forward as a race of people that is together. Let's move forward in unification like our ancestors did. That was the reason why we had won the war, because we were unified. Thank you all for listening. Please like and share this video. And if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, now is the most appropriate time to do so. Thank you so much.